Have our weather forecast at the end of the bulletin. Now, other news. SNP leader Alex Salmond has been listing his demands should the SNP and other small parties hold the balance of power after the forthcoming general election. If the election fails to produce a clear winner, those parties would have far greater bargaining power. Well, let's cross to Tim Reid in Westminster. Tim, what's on Mr Salmond's shopping list?
Well, Alex Salmond has set out a list of priorities he says he would use as a bargaining chip in the event of a hung parliament. He signed a deal today with the Welsh nationalists, and they will use their collective votes, he says, to seek a better deal for both nations. Now, on that list of priorities, things that Mr Salmond has campaigned on before: more control over Scotland's finances, money from the fossil fuel levy, a better deal for business, and high-speed rail to Scotland. Now, that would all depend, of course, on the number of MPs that the nationalists return to Westminster. He says it would secure a better deal, but there wouldn't be any coalition actually with Labour or the Tories if they were to be the largest party. But he says he could seek a better deal for Scotland.
We can't tell what the exact formulation of that Parliament is going to be, but one thing of which we can be certain, that the more votes there are, the more Nats there'll be in that Parliament, and the more Nats, then the less cuts.
And Tim, more business this afternoon at Westminster for Mr Salmond.
Yeah, Mr Salmond met yesterday with the Liberal Democrats and the Tories, trying to seek guarantees over Scotland's budget after the election, and also seeking £350 million more for Scotland to spend because of the recession. Now, he didn't receive the guarantees he wanted yesterday, though the talks were described as polite and constructive. Now, he's got a meeting this afternoon with the Chancellor at which he will make those same demands. The Treasury is playing those talks down. The UK government says Scotland is getting a better deal than it's ever done in terms of the block grant. I think it wouldn't be too surprising if Mr Salmond left here today empty-handed.
Tim, thank you. The date has been announced for the end of analogue television in Scotland. The last analogue